Hey, Josh here. Today, we're just going to discuss about how to downgrade from Windows 11 to Windows 10. And within the 10 days, you don't need to struggle going somewhere else so that you downgrade to Windows 10. You simply need to go to Windows Update so that you downgrade to Windows 11, from Windows 11 to Windows 10. And that step is going to be done within the 10 days. But after 10 days, you simply need to make a full clean installation, and that will be from the help of the USB drive, or you download from Windows 10 from Microsoft and then you follow the prompt from that tool. But from today, we're just going to talk about how to downgrade using the Windows Update. Let's see how it works. First, you simply need to start your PC. Then after your PC has started properly, you simply need to go to the Start menu. Then you go to Settings. Settings can be here in options that are present right now, or you can simply go to All Apps. Then you scroll down until you find Settings. You open it. And we have a shortcut to open Settings, Windows plus I. It opens Settings immediately. Then you go to Windows Update. In Windows Update, we have some current updates that are running, or your PC is not up to date and you just need to update it, or your PC is up to date and there is no pending updates there. And that will make your computer functionality works better and more better performed than before, because there you already launched the new features that have been brought to the field. Then here for me, I have some few downloads which are running, but that's what we are not focused there. We're just going to Windows to update history. Simply go to update history. Then we are going to recovery option. Recovery option is the one of the most beautiful option that is going to help us to go back to Windows 10 without using any tool to help us to downgrade. Then here we have the option that say go back. Go back needs you to just plug your PC to the the power source so that you immediately go back to your previous Windows. Why do they need you to plug your power source? It's because sometimes the PC can have less power and it immediately turns off when you are doing some kind of update, when you are going back to Windows 10, and that will affect the operating system. Let me try it out without plugging my PC to the power source. Then you're going to see what they're going to tell us. Getting things ready. This is the go back window dialog box, but they are going to say plug in your PC. Let me close this dialog box. Then let me plug the PC to the power source. Then you see what is going to happen. Alright, it's already charging. Let me simply say go back. What is going to happen? It is going to load everything needed so that we go back to Windows 10. And here we go. It's going to take a few minutes. Then they're going to ask, why are you going back to Windows 10? Why are you going back to Windows 10? For my case, I'm just going to say Windows 10 seemed faster, and that's why YouTube might be having the case. Maybe you want to make Windows 11 looks just the same as Windows 10, but it's not the same. And sometimes Windows 11 features are more developed and it required new knowledge so that you just run them, but you're not able, and that's the reason why you're just going back to Windows 10. You can simply type here your feedback, but for my case, I'm just going to choose Windows 10 seems faster, and I just continue. Let me just click next to save power. Then here they're just going to ask us to check for updates. Check for updates. We don't need to check for update because we're just going back to the previous window. Let me just say no thanks. Then what we need to know, so just read this option here, but for us you don't need those ones. Just click next. Don't get lockout. Here's the now best option, because your PC might have a password and you just need you are required to know that password so that you go back to Windows 10. After they're going to ask you the password of your PC, yet for you might think it's a password for Windows 11. Let me just note all are the same. And one thing to remember, if your PC is well activated, we don't mind about the product key, because Windows 10 will be as well updated and activated. Let us just go and click next. Then the last option is go back to Windows 10. This is the last option. Once I click there, my PC is going to restart and the update are going to launch immediately. Then we are going back to Windows 10. And this is done within the 10 days. Why? Because let me first close this dialog box. Let me close the recovery option. Why? It's because when I open File Explorer, you can open it using also the shortcut. I simply come here to this PC. Then in my Windows 11, I have the option that say Windows All. It's because Windows 10 is still stored to your PC. Wow, this is a great thing. That's why you need to do it within the 10 days. After the 10 days, this folder here will disappear and Windows 10 will no longer be in your PC. What happens? Maybe I try to explain it in this lesson. In this lesson, I'm just going to cover also that one. It's because in my clean app, Windows 10 is still there. If your disk has already cleaned up Windows 10, Windows Update will no longer help you to go back to Windows 10. You'll need some app or application to help you to go back to Windows 10. Or you simply install your PC in a full clean option. But let's check how this cleanup works so that you clean your previous Windows. And this option also is covering how to clean up your updates after a Windows update. So maybe I should explain this one. This also covers how to do a disk cleanup. Then we are going to clean the previous update so that we no longer need to go back to our previous window. But I hope and I believe these steps have already helped you to go back to your previous window if you have updated it within the 10 days. Let me first show you. First, go to the Start menu and simply type Disk Cleanup. It's my first option that has already come. If it does not appear, make sure that you type the same thing. Let me just open this cleanup, and here we go. Windows 11, my disk that is selected. Let me click OK. Make sure that you choose the correct disk because I'm just going to clean the previous Windows update. Let me just click OK. Then this box is going to open, this dialog box for this cleanup for Windows 11. Then I'm just going to say clean up system files because updates are the system files. Then I'm just going to select again the proper disk. I click OK. It's going to load all the updates that we've done for the system file. Then later on, I'm just going to select my previous installation or my previous update. Immediately, I'm just going to clean all of them and we no longer go back to Windows 10. After cleaning up this step, we are just going back to check in Windows Update and see whether we are again able to go back to the previous Windows. Let's see what is going to happen. Okay, after this dialog box has opened, just go and scroll down and then we're going to see what is there. So previous Windows installation or installations, wow, it has 8 gigs. That is eating also our space. You see, as you can see, we have 32 GB free. If you clean up, the 8 gigs are going to be added there. So that's also another way to also save your space in case you are also running out of space. Then once you select previous Windows installation, then you can also choose other kind of system file to clean. Maybe the updates history or log files, which are taking also some kind of space. But for us, in our focus, we are just focusing on the previous Windows installation. Just click OK, and we're going to receive a message saying, are you sure you want to permanently delete these files? Because you are no longer going to be able to recover them because this is a permanent clean. Let me just click delete files, and they're going to pop up another message because you are no longer going to be able to go back to your previous window. And this is the one, if you clean up the previous Windows installations or temporary file installation files, you will no longer be able to restore the machine back to the previous window. This is the main message that is going to come back. Let me just click yes, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Let me first clean up this is the step to clean up. We are a bit kind of disturbed by the rain, but this doesn't matter. Alright, after performing a disk cleanup and we've cleaned the Windows installation files that were the updates, let us check whether we are able to go back to Windows 10. Just go to the Start menu, then open Settings. You can either use the shortcut or just perform the settings from the Start menu. Then just go to Windows Updates. Then from there, just wait a few moments because my PC has some kind of update that are running. Alright, then let's just go back to update history. Then we have our last option, which is recovery. Let's see. My PC is not able to go back to the previous Windows or the previous installation Windows. Thank you very much for watching this video. I believe what I've brought to you is more useful, and once you've just made an update to Windows 11 and you just want to go back to your previous Windows, which is Windows 10, you can use this method and it's going to help you. And this method is going to be done within the 10 days of your upgrade. But after the 10 days of upgrade, you'll need to install Windows manually, and that will be a full clean installation, which I'm going to talk about in the next video, and I'm going to put the link down in the description. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you in the next video.